Lightyear has been a complete and total disaster for Disney through its first few weeks of release, as it's set to lose over $100 million, potentially even $200 million at the rate it's currently going, after Disney decided that they were going to infuse this story with identity politics when they were bullied by a fringe group of activists within their own company. But of course, the thing that really set people off, that really warned people there was something wrong here, is when Tim Allen was replaced by Chris Evans as the voice of Buzz Lightyear. And finally, Tim Allen is speaking out and saying something about it. Tim Allen slams Disney's Lightyear after being replaced by Chris Evans. And Tim Allen said this in like as nice a way as possible. He clearly was not trying to be overly critical or anything like that, but he did finally speak out about it. Tim Allen slammed Disney's box office bomb Lightyear after he was replaced with actor Chris Evans. It has no relationship to Buzz, Allen said. The Disney Pixar film ended up flopping in its opening weekend, and flop is an understatement. This may be the most disappointing, the biggest flop in Pixar history. And like I said, through the first 2 weeks of release, a little bit more, it's sitting at $162 million worldwide. There's a chance by the end of the weekend, maybe it creeps up to 180, 190, 200, somewhere around there. But unfortunately, with a budget of $200 million, plus advertising, plus the box office cut, this movie needs to make a minimum of $500 million, likely more like 550, somewhere in that range, to crack a profit. Right now, it's going to be lucky to get to 300, 350 million. I don't see a chance for it to get to 500 million. That's how bad this is for Disney. And if you thought maybe this weekend it has a chance, well, unfortunately, there's a new player, and that's Minions: The Rise of Gru. Arguably, a movie that's coming out that's directed towards the exact same audience that Buzz Lightyear was geared towards. Yet that made double on its Thursday preview than Lightyear did. We can look at the numbers right here. On that Thursday release, Lightyear made 5.2 million. Minions on the Thursday preview, 10.7, over double in those previews. We'll see what it does the rest of the weekend, but it certainly looks like it's going to make much, much more than Lightyear did on a budget of $80 million versus $200. Embarrassing for Disney. But here's what Tim Allen says. I've stayed out of this, Allen, who had previously voiced Buzz on all 4 of the original Toy Story films, told Extra. We talked about this many years ago, but the brass that did the first 4 movies is not this. It's a whole new team that really had nothing to do with the first movies. He went on to say, there's really no Toy Story Buzz without Woody, referring to how there's no Woody character in this film. So I'm not sure what the idea. I'm a plot guy. It would seem to be a big adventure story, and as I see it, it's not a big adventure story. It's a wonderful little story. It just doesn't have any connection to the toy. It has no relationship to Buzz. And that is one of the main problems that Disney had to overcome. They decided to make a movie off a beloved franchise and try to use the character of Buzz Lightyear to get people in the seats. Unfortunately, you made this character not Buzz Lightyear because you brought in Chris Evans instead of Tim Allen. And I think a lot of people understand why. So many people react to the fact that it's not a secret that Tim Allen is a pretty conservative person for Hollywood. Chris Evans is absolutely not. And Chris Evans has been very quiet since this flopped at the box office. Shockingly, he hasn't been out there promoting it as much as you likely would have imagined, considering how embarrassing this is. What Chris Evans has been doing after calling the fan base idiots if you don't like this movie, if you don't like the identity politics that are in this movie, Chris Evans has been tweeting about one thing. He's been virtue signaling about a Supreme Court decision and saying this is where you should donate your money to help. We know what Chris Evans' politics are. We know he's a very, very outspoken left-wing person. And you know, it probably wouldn't be a problem at all for anybody. It certainly wasn't for the Avengers movies if he just was a left-wing person, wanted to do whatever he wanted to do and say whatever he wants to say. The problem is when that ideology comes into promoting a movie, which in this case, it absolutely did. Chris Evans, right? Chris Evans calls critics of Disney movie Lesbian Kiss idiots. They're going to die off like the dinosaurs. Well, apparently you need some of those people in the seats to make a profit on your dog shit movie, Chris Evans. Disney should learn a lesson from this and stop alienating a fan base that all they want is good entertainment. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.